Well, I feel better now since I've done a commentary on a possible non-religious homophobe. Now let's see on what other videos I can commentate on. His videos are decent, and even if I have problems with this top 10 worst Mario Party 7 minigames countdown, there really isn't a lot to say here. I was originally going to be doing a one-shot on him, but then I've realized that my point would suck. There's some problems on this video, but I have no idea on how to address it. Maybe later. I really shouldn't be doing another commentary on the kid. Yet. There isn't anything good to commentate on. I guess I'll just have to see what else is there. Oh shit, I forgot to put some more gift cards so that I can renew my subscription on Spotify. Wait, that's it! Well, there isn't a good video with the topic about Spotify, but here's one on Tidal. Hello there everyone and welcome. My name is A363MTR here to kick some ass because I got your back. For my next commentary, I'll be doing a video from a user that goes by hottestcontentonline, where the subject of the matter is the reason why Jay-Z is dissing Spotify, YouTube, and other streaming music media services. Well, there isn't that much left to say, so with that being said, let's take a look.
So everybody's talking about Jay-Z's recent Tidal freestyle where he pretty much disses Spotify and YouTube. You know what I'm saying? And I really don't think that, it's an ignorant act on Jay-Z's behalf. I definitely am in favor with what Jay-Z's doing with the whole Tidal movement. You know what I'm saying? I definitely respect it. You feel me? And I understand where he's coming from, with this whole Tidal movement. See, basically, I'll break it down to you. What Jay-Z is trying to do is he's trying to create a platform for artists, to not only be heard, but to get the rightful compensation that they deserve for their music. You feel me?
Would you care to provide examples as to how exactly Tidal is making indie / up-and-coming artists be heard? I mean, they do have a feature where they can promote up-and-coming artists, but one, sites like Spotify and YouTube are doing the same thing. And two, why didn't Tidal do this feature before the launch?
All of these record labels, these websites, you know what I'm saying, these blogs, they claim that they promote artists, but really and truly the artists and the entertainers that are on these websites and all these blogs, they're promoting those websites. You know what I'm saying?
So what you're basically saying is that artists are not promoting Tidal? What about artists such as Kanye West, Nicki Minaj? I can't believe that I put those two on here. Daft Punk, deadmau5, and many other artists I didn't mention that are on Tidal's launch and are promoting Tidal on sites such as Twitter or Facebook. If you really didn't know about this, then I think you might be living underneath a rock. And even then, let's bring back towards the claim of promoting up-and-coming artists. Why didn't Tidal use the up-and-coming artists during the launch instead of the artist that has a combination net worth of about $2.8 billion?
We know your home skips, pick up the phone skips. We know your home skips, pick up the phone skips. All right.
Let's say Jay-Z, right? Jay-Z has a fan base of anywhere from 1 million to 5 million people. You feel me? So if Jay-Z releases a project on YouTube, YouTube is going to get anywhere from 1 million to 5 million views. You know what I'm saying? Every time a big artist, and not even a big artist, any type of artist. Right now, if you go to Drake, Nothing Was the Same, you'll see his whole album on YouTube, and it probably got 3, 4, 5 million views, and then you'll see every single song on YouTube, and it has another 3, 4, 5 million views. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I've looked it up online, and at the time that this video was recorded and published onto YouTube, Not every single song reach up to quote unquote 3, 4, or 5 million views on YouTube. Hell, there's even some songs that didn't reach up to 1 million views. Now yes, there's like 5 songs on YouTube that surpasses the benchmark, and 2 songs that hit the mark, but you did say earlier, every single Drake songs and his Nothing Was the Same album on YouTube.
Like these artists, they have fan bases that love their music. You feel me? And when they release their music on YouTube, or they release their music on Spotify, or they release their music on fucking Dat Piff, you're basically making the website hot. And these websites and these blog sites are getting hot. They're basically making money off of the artists. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, one, what do you mean by blog sites? I mean, YouTube can technically be a vlogging site, and Spotify does have a blog on their site, but Spotify is mainly a site to listen to streaming music, and YouTube is mainly for dumping any different kinds of videos and technically music too. Can you provide me any other quote-unquote blog sites and how those sites can steal the money from the artists? And 2, the same rule can be applied towards Tidal as to how they can steal the money away from the artist for themselves. Hell, can you even show me the facts of whether or not if Tidal is giving more money to the artists? Oh Christ, do I have to do everything here? Okay, let's see. Oh, apparently Tidal does pay more than Spotify, or at least according to what David McKinless, data journalist and information designer, had to say towards the entire thing. But here's the thing. Tidal has about 500,000 users online, though note that Tidal now claims to have 900,000 active users online, in which case I'll get into that in just a moment. Assuming that Tidal inherits WIMP or WIMP's royalty rate, the signed artist would need 180,000 plays to get to the US monthly minimum wage of $1,260, and which will require 36% of the users online to play each song once, and each play gives off 0.007 cents. Now let's bring in the 900,000 users on Tidal right now. I've done the math on those too, and to assign artists, they would need 20% of the users online. Spotify, on the other hand, has 60 million active users online, and they have to get 1,117,021 plays for a song if the artist is signed to a record label, which will require only 2% of the active users to listen to the song. They get 0.0011 cents per play. Even if the users online have different musical tastes, Tidal's not really paying a lot to the artist unless if there is a lot of people at the streaming music service, especially since A, there will be some people who will be done with the trial version and will cancel the service, which will make the number of active users drop a bit. And B, unlike Spotify, which has a free option to choose from, Tidal doesn't really have a free option, just a $9.99 version and a $19.99 version. And keep in mind that users will want the closest thing that's legally free or at least legally cheap. So I don't really see your point on how Tidal will be giving the artist more money since there isn't a lot of active users online.
Even when artists go to do interviews with these hip-hop sites and these media outlets, you know, the reason why people are going back to these websites and clicking on these websites and checking out for these websites is because their favorite artist or their favorite athlete is on that website. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Hottest Content Online is saying that we shouldn't engage in interviews anymore. It's over, folks, so pack everything up and head on home because Hottest Content Online is firing every single one of you. Don't you sound a little bit hypocritical right now? So what if the artist is doing an interview on sites such as MTV or Billboard, or hell, even sites such as YouTube or Spotify? If the artist wants to do an interview on a site, then let them. And even then, there are editorials on Tidal that are exclusive to them. So would you care to explain about that?
We know your home skips, pick up the phone skips. We know your home skips, pick up the phone skips. All right.
You know, honesty, I understand what Jay-Z is doing, and honestly, shit, I probably will subscribe to Tidal.
Okay, but don't complain to me as if you're being ripped off.
And Jay-Z's whole business model, and Jay-Z strives to give the artists their fair share of what they're really worth. You know what I'm saying? And if everybody's on Tidal, do we really need to sign a record label? You know what I'm saying? I mean, a record deal. Do we really need to sign to a record deal? We probably would not have to.
I'm going to be talking about Tidal being the only revenue source near the end of the video, and I might as well give a bit of love for the record labels here for probably this point only. But if artists didn't sign up for a record label, then how would they get known in the music industry? In fact, you need to remember that they have marketing teams, radio pluggers, press teams, account departments, etc. And you do need them, especially when you're getting bigger in the music career.
Because we already have our own source of revenue and our own source of income, like Spotify and YouTube and all of these blog sites. They're supposed to be paying all of the celebrities that they post about for the blog sites, all of the artists that they play for the music sites like Spotify and Pandora, and all of the music videos that are shown on YouTube. They're supposed to be getting way more money. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, like, never mind for the fact that record labels get about 55% of the cut if the artist is signed to them. And I have a feeling that Tidal has this model too.
If you go to YouTube right now, type in Justin Bieber baby, that shit got like 1 billion views. Taylor Swift, she got like 1 billion views. Like, they're supposed to really be making a lot of way more money. You know what I'm saying? These artists and these celebrities is pretty much what make the internet hot.
I know that I've said up and coming artists in this commentary, and I can respect this part, but as for the very known artists, does Taylor Swift really need another dolphin tank? I don't know if Taylor Swift actually owns a dolphin tank, and I frankly don't care, but you get the point.
You know what I'm saying? Because, it's so many different people that are online, and checking out for their favorite artists' new music. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's going up on YouTube, and YouTube is basically making all that money. And we already know how stingy YouTube is. YouTube is very stingy. You know what I'm saying? The only people that's really making money off of YouTube is the people that got like 2 million subscribers.
Now, how exactly did you get this bit of information from? If you're trying to say you don't make enough money unless if you're famous on YouTube, what kind of figures are we talking about here? Minimum wage? More? Less? Please explain next time, because I'm confused as to what you were talking about. Also, I know that this is a nitpick, but why the hell are you saying you know what I'm saying, or some kind of form of that? Because it really does feel like as if you're using it as a filler. Hell, did you even use a script or wrote points to back this up, or no, you've just done this in one take? You know what I'm saying? Ah, crap, I've been infected by the disease. Don't touch me, I'm contagious!
We know your home skips, pick up the phone skips. We know your home skips, pick up the phone skips. All right.
That just goes to show you that it's really the talent. It's really the artist. It's not the record label. You just got the money and you backing the artist with the money. And yes, that is a major part of it. But at the same time, that's not what it's all about. It's about the artist. You feel me? And the artist deserves to get the money that they work for. You feel me? It's too many stories of record label executives just basically pimping out these talented artists and fucking them over for their money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's sad, man.
Then why aren't you complaining for the fact that record labels should give the artist most of the pay? Hell, you've stated back there where the label will fuck the artist over when the album doesn't sell well, but when the album does sell well, the label will take the credit. Should this mean that the artist should not only have the recognition, but most of the bucks, especially since only 45% of the pay does go towards the label, as well as the 73.1% of the 16.7% of the taxes?
I definitely will be subscribing to Tidal, and I encourage everybody who loves music to do so as well, because that's definitely a fair way, that's definitely a fair way to
Oh yeah, you definitely didn't have a script since you've stumbled your words back there. May I suggest creating one before you make your videos?
For these artists to continue to do what they do and make music and get paid off of their music. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're supposed to get paid off their work. You know what I'm saying? YouTube should not be making all that money, from an artist's work. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't. It's like YouTube, all they do is just sit back and code all day. You know what I'm saying? The owners of YouTube, they just sit back and code all day or do whatever the fuck they do.
Oh yeah, like they only sit around and code each and every day.
Because every time a new artist comes out with a new music video or a new album, the internet goes crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can send the internet. These musicians send the internet in a frenzy. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with films. You know, every time there's a big film that's about to be released, you know what I'm saying? It sends the internet in a frenzy. You feel me? Shuts down the internet. You feel me? It's like, man.
I am so sorry to be extremely literal here, but it doesn't really shut down the internet. If the internet does shut down, then I wouldn't be here doing this commentary on you, now would I? And even then, wouldn't it get national public attention?
You know, I definitely will be subscribing to Tidal, man, and I really encourage you to do so as well. You feel me? Because that's a fair way to do it. You know, salute to Jay-Z. You never could count Jay-Z out. He always finds a way to win, and I know that Tidal is definitely going to be successful, and he most likely will probably be the first billionaire in hip-hop.
Oh yeah, because Jay-Z is our new Lord and Savior of hip-hop.
But get in the comment box, like and share, subscribe. Let me know how y'all feel about Jay-Z dissing to YouTube and Spotify and continuing to, promote Tidal. Peace.
And that's the end of the video. Before I do give out my final thoughts, I do want to bring up 2 more points about the video in its entirety. 1. Hottest Content Online, who I've just now realized that you want to be called Kane Velo for some reason, and I'm sorry about that. But I'm getting the vibe throughout the entire video saying that you should have the artist release some exclusive content only on Tidal. This will hurt the artists if they do add in exclusive content on just one platform. I'll get into more on this later on in my second point, but for my first problem, and one of the writers from Billboard did indeed wrote this, but this will hurt the chart of the song if a song goes exclusive to just one platform. And 2, not a lot of actual musicians and artists do agree with what Jay-Z had to put out on Tidal. Ben Gibbard of Death Cab for Cutie said they should have brought out up-and-coming artists and millionaires onto the stage of the launch. Marcus Mumford of Mumford & Sons said that they wanted everyone to listen to their music, whatever platform the users are in. Lily Allen brought up a good point on how people would pirate songs again if music services are not releasing free content, or if they limit on how they listen to songs for free. And recently, 50 Cent was on an LA interview saying, and I quote, "Why would you actually buy Tidal to get something that would be everywhere else?" To further prove his point, and quoting again, "The companies have contracts and companies are gonna do everything to get the maximum performance out of the music. They're not going to just put it through Tidal as a service." Anyways, what are my final thoughts? I'm not staying for the fact that Tidal is doomed. Are they doing so well? No, but who knows in the very near future. Maybe Tidal will surprise us and convince us to switch to Tidal anyways. We will never know. However, to blindly think that Jay-Z is always right and thinking that Tidal will do so well, especially at this current plan that they have going on, it really does sound like as if you didn't do any research at all. I will suggest that you do your own research and use a script to write out your findings on each sources instead of assuming things on your own. So no, I don't get as to what you're saying in the video. At all. Anyways, that's it for this commentary, but until then, I'll see you all later. For now, my name is A363MTR, saying have a wonderful journey through the depths of space and time, but until then, I am signing out.